Welcome back to the channel, everybody. It's been a couple of days, right? It was over a year ago that I recorded my first video in Krista's backyard in Jocotepec, Jalisco, Mexico. And since then, she has moved. She lives in Puerto Escondido for the moment, and Oaxaca, Mexico. And when I went home, that was last November. When I went home, my wife picked me up at the airport and convinced me that we should retire early. And so now we live in Puerto Escondido, Mexico. And life has become much simpler and much better, I can say, in so many different ways. But mostly because I've been really listening to my spirit and just doing what needs to be done every day to love my family and myself the best way I can. And in my first video, and I'll put a link to that down here, I asked you how you were doing in the times that we were living in. You remember what the life was like a year ago. Hopefully it's better for you now, and your family is strong. We've lost a few people in our family, and we've gained one. We gained a granddaughter just not too long ago. My other daughter, Janelle, just had a baby just a month ago. We were home in the U.S. and got to visit. It's amazing. Being a grandparent is an awesome thing when you can just hand the baby back and say, change the diaper. But she's awesome. It makes it awfully difficult to be here. But you've got to be true to who you are. And, a period of time ago, I was reading a book, and I can't remember which book even now that this came out, but the question stuck to me. It's, how do you like your life, and what could you change to make it better? Is this the type of life you want to live? So I just kind of rethought that a little bit, and certainly here is fits my lifestyle, our lifestyle, a whole lot better. We're water babies. We love to be by the ocean, and to say we get recharged is, my heart's so full right now. It's just awesome. And I want to share that. Not as a ho, look at me, but I know life can just be tough. Bills happen. I mean, we get lost in the rut of life, and we make our plans and we go forward, and life happens and we readjust, and sometimes you kind of get lost along the way. And what do? How do you rebound from that? How do you just snap out of it? It's just not like you blink and everything's better, right? There's this fellow. His name is Masaru Emoto, scientist that obviously Japanese, and he's done a lot of experiments with water. And I found this really interesting because our planet is mostly water. Our bodies are mostly water, so water matters. And we can go a lot longer without food than we can water. So I was interested in what he did. And I'm going to obviously give his link because I want you to watch that. It's amazing. And I want you to think really long and hard about the words you say to yourself, because what he did was a couple of different things. That he played different types of music, and over some containers of water, and then froze droplets and looked at the crystals. And he also just put words on the containers of water, loving words and hateful words, negative words. And the resulting crystals were mind-blowing. It was just, to say words matter. I've known that, and I've shared that in many talks that I've given, that it really matters what you say, to listen to yourself talk. But I think we need to get ahead of it. Rather than listening to seeing what's coming out right now, pour an extra amount of goodness in. I'm going to challenge you to, every day, start your day with 3 things you're grateful for. Practice your spirit of gratitude. And just do it. Just do it. And just see if it makes a difference. And as your day goes, instead of seeing the very worst as it comes, see what lesson might I learn out of this, that I won't have to repeat the lesson. And because I think, often we get the same lesson over and over and over again. And um, I think our guardian angels sometimes, I know mine, he gets awfully tired. but, but anyway, it's just so important for just to be kind to yourself. Um, and I've over this past year, I've just had the pleasure of studying my little hind end off, read more things than I've ever thought I could or would, and what I found to be true is we're mostly familiar with the golden rule, right? Love God with your whole heart, love yourself, love your neighbor as yourself. And what I thought that was ours. I thought as an evangelical, that was our little golden truth. And it is, but it also is written in every other major religion. The Creator didn't want us to miss that. That is so important that you just treat yourself royally. Become a part of His royal priesthood. That's really how He looks at us as a really equal to co-labor with in life. He gets to experience what we go through, and He provides us with the grace or the power to go through it. And those that are like, that's all well and good. I don't know, but I don't hear God. I challenge you. You think it's you when you, in that moment, right before you probably do something or you're tempted to do something, and the reason inside of your head says, this really probably isn't the best thing. Very well could be the Spirit just talking to you. And I think you hear way more than you know. And to really get comfortable with that is key for me. I know I have my own voice in my head, and I have God's voice or His Spirit working in me. And I also know that the enemy is working and giving me a bunch of negativity. And if negativity is your focus, well, you're playing on the wrong team. It's a choice. In America, our devil, the idea of the devil is way too big. The only power he's got is what we give him. And I just challenge you to put on your big boy pants and realize who is inside of you. The divine lives within inside of you. Christ told us the kingdom of heaven is within. If that's true, I'm not going to argue with him. Our world could be a lot different if we would just walk that way. And we'll talk more about that later. But I just wanted to get a little something out there quickly just to prime the pump, so to speak. I've got time now. I got no excuse. So I found this amazing little place. I got a little background music naturally in the back. And I've got an ocean breeze. And we'll just spin you around so you can see my office. Not so bad. Not so bad. Yeah, this is a good spot. And Porto is awesome. And you are awesome. And I hope that your day ends better than it started. I think tomorrow when you wake up, remember those 3 things that you're grateful for and build on it. Let it be, I'll use the analogy, the snowball going downhill, although I can't relate right here. But you know what I mean. The more you do it, the more it builds in your life. It becomes natural. And all of a sudden, instead of the weighty pressure of life, all of a sudden you feel hope and you feel good. And you know that you can get through anything because we each have a superpower and we just need to tap into it. And let's continue this because I want to help you find yours as I grow mine. So have an awesome day. I love you guys. And if you haven't done it yet, subscribe, hit the bell, and let's do this YouTube thing together. Have a great day.